Hey everybody, welcome to test day. You are about to take a nomenclature test. Let me tell you what you can have out on your table. You are supposed to be watching this if you are in my on-level chemistry class. Pre-AP, you should not be watching this. You should just be getting out your periodic table that is white on your table already, and you should be taking your test. On level, you get to use your green periodic table on your test, the one that you have highlighted with dry erase marker, and don't forget your polyatomics are on the back, along with your prefixes for mono, di, tri, tetra. You only use those for covalent compounds, and the acid rule is back there too. I ate the acid and it tasted ick, and please don't bite us. I don't want any papers to get handed in today. Hang on to those. We just need to get booking so you have plenty of time to take your test. Let me show you what you're going to be doing after you finish testing today. So when you're finished, you picked this paper up on the way in. It's called Counting Atoms. Put your name up there. There's my name. And I have no idea what page this is. We'll talk about that when I get back. First of all, let's talk about this word right here. You've seen this word in math. The coefficient, as far as you're concerned, is this number right here. So label that number 4 with the word coefficient. The coefficient in our class comes before the compound. In math, you would call it the number before the variable, like x. Well, instead of having one letter like x, I've got a bunch of letters and some numbers too. And so our coefficient comes before the compound. The cool part about our coefficient is that it distributes all the way through our compound to each element. So that number 4 belongs to magnesium, phosphorus, and oxygen. Then we have to switch gears and we have to talk about the subscript. The subscript, we've been talking about them for several weeks. Sub means under, and so the subscript is this 3, this 4, and this 2. This is the number under the element. It's not under the compound. It belongs to a specific element. So check this out. This 3 belongs to magnesium. There's an imaginary 1 right here with that phosphorus. And so it belongs to P. And then the 4 belongs to O. Now it does get a little tricky, I'm not going to lie, when we have a parentheses and we have this 2 sitting outside the parentheses. Now, the 2 belongs to everybody inside the parentheses, so that means the oxygen and the phosphorus. So you really have to pay attention to your numbers. Now, we have coefficients that belong to everyone. We have subscripts that belong to just the element it is next to. And then we have subscripts outside of parentheses who distribute inside of the parentheses. So what you're going to do today is you're going to come up with the tally or the inventory for each element in the compound. So if we were doing the compound listed here, we would find for magnesium, there are 3 down low, and we're going to multiply by that coefficient times 4 to get 12. That phosphorus, there are 1 inside the parentheses times 2 outside the parentheses for a total of 2 times the 4 in the coefficient, and that's going to bring us to a total of 8. Then we get to oxygen. oxygen, there's 4 inside, times 2 outside, which is 8, times the 4 in front of the coefficient, which is going to equal 32. And then, after you take a tally of each element, look what they're going to want you to do. They want you to name the compound. So this compound was magnesium. Doesn't get a Roman numeral because he's in group 1 or 2, and he's attached to that group called phosphate. Pay attention to your rules. Remember who gets a Roman numeral. Remember who doesn't. Remember to only use mono, di, tri, tetra, pentahexa on the ones that are both on the non-metal side. You're not going to use it a lot. So if you use it on every single question today, you're not quite doing it right. So if you notice, if you look in your number 1, this guy doesn't have a coefficient. And so just like in math, if there's no number in front of the x, you just assume that it's a 1. So it's not going to affect anything. That guy's pretty straightforward. There's 2 K's, 1 C, and 3 O's. This guy has a parentheses, and if you look down at the bottom half, you start seeing coefficients. So do your best, put the numbers in the blank, super simple. There's other chemistry teachers around, and I'm available through Remind Chat if you need me. Good luck today. See you tomorrow. Bye.